What's up, everybody? We're back again, and this time we got a big time guest. We got the man himself, Little Xan. How you feeling today?
Yo, what's going on, man? I'm feeling good. How you doing, man?
No, pretty good. I'm glad we can finally get this in. This is crazy. I've
Yeah.
been a long time fan. I don't want to glaze you too much before we start
Oh
off,
no,
but
man. I appreciate it. Yeah. This was supposed to happen a while ago, but I was on tour. So much happened, but I'm glad that we could finally sit down and talk, though.
yeah. So that's kind of where I want to start off with. So how was tour? First of all, first one back in a
Tour,
while.
yo, that's a good question. Before tour, I was scared. I was like, oh man, like is anybody gonna show up to these shows? It's I haven't toured in, I think at that point I hadn't toured in 3 years, so it's a new thing again. And then you know, and I'm not trying to throw shade, but like you see all the videos of like Smoke Perp shows and all that. I'm like, oh God, bro, like I hope that doesn't happen to me.
Yeah.
But it didn't, bro. Like there was not one show that was like that. It was all like just so many fans coming out, and it let me know like, oh shit, like okay, I still have a pretty huge like fan base, you know.
Yeah.
And to me that's all that I need to just fucking keep going, you know.
Yeah.
It was a good tour, yeah.
So it was all like you had like stops in Canada. Like you even said you go to Mexico for one of them too?
Yeah, no, crazy. Actually, I had two runs in Canada where I had to do some shows and then come back, go to Mexico, then go back to Canada, then go back to Mexico, and
Yeah.
then go finish the tour in America. Yeah, it was crazy.
So it's been a while since you've been like traveling too, like, or have you been traveling around since you weren't on tour?
No, actually, yeah, I probably maybe here and there, but nah, it was that time in my life was more, you know, getting sober, figuring out life, you know, yeah, just trying to get everything back that I felt like I had lost from my previous, you know, situation.
Okay, we can get a little bit into that too. Like, what do you feel like you lost? Like, you're talking about like some momentum in the time that you were getting sober, or
Oh yeah, definitely. Like I knew that was gonna happen. You know, like there's no way you can keep up like, you know, hype and be on social media peddling all. No, like I knew I was gonna lose a lot of, you know, everything, a lot of hype, a lot of fans and stuff. When I was going through it, it took me probably about probably like 8 months when I finally decided to get sober. It took like 8 months to get back to like normal.
yeah,
Um, yeah, I definitely knew that that was gonna happen, but in my mind, I looked at it like, well, you know, the real fans will still be waiting there at the end. You know what I mean? Like the ones I care about. If all the fans that left because they couldn't handle this or whatever, like those to me, they weren't like real fans in a way.
yeah,
So I felt like at least I'll be left at the end of the day with real diehard fans, real just genuine good people. And going into the tour, that's what I saw was just all those diehard fans showing up and just you know, congratulating me on my sobriety, all types of just things that I wasn't used to feeling. I wasn't used to feeling good things in the past, so it's a new experience. Yeah, and yeah, it's amazing.
yeah. So it's almost like you get to experience like all the fame like over again. Because I know from like an outside perspective, I would watch you like upload videos, like music videos every once in a while, and like right from the time like you started saying you were getting sober, I'm like the music quality's going up. I remember you dropped like Life Sucks, and I was like, damn, that was
Yeah,
like the
yeah,
start of your
no,
new
see,
style.
bro, yeah, you're hip, bro. You know, because to me that is exactly the moment that I was like, okay, the music quality is getting better.
Hmm.
Obviously, you know, he's doing something behind the scenes in his life. That yeah, that's funny. Yeah, Life Sucks was like the first one into that.
Yeah, and now you're like in. I would almost say like would you describe like you're not really even necessarily making rap now. You've almost changed into like a whole new musical style with like the last three drops like
Yeah.
kind of
I
a
mean, definitely with like the snippets. Yeah, I dropped a couple snippets the other day on my Instagram. A couple songs that are off the project, and it is yeah, it's very much kind of like the ones we've been dropping before, like Won't Overdose. Very lot of instruments, you know, a lot
Mhm.
of like real drums in it, like real guitar samples. I'm grateful to know a lot of good artists around me, so I just brought them all together, and we this is, bro, this pisses me off. This is the fucking project I wanted like to be my first album.
Mhm.
I wish I could go back in time and make this like the first project, because I know it would have hit so much differently. Um, and you know, it does suck now because I'm gonna drop that amazing album now with, you know, like I would have had a major label pushing it back then, all types of stuff.
Yeah.
But to me, again, I've done a lot of growing up and a lot of like maturing, and it doesn't bother me. I'm making this project for the diehard fans that I still have, any fans that I still have, and it's for me too, and them. It's a very personal fucking project, and I can't wait for y'all to hear it. Yeah, but it is very different. It
Mhm.
does have like similarities in the rap stuff, the you know, very mumbly stuff, but music, it evolves, man, and that's the biggest thing. Is I've always wanted to show people like that didn't like my music in the past, like, all right, like, let me just evolve a little bit, let me get a little bit older, a little bit more mature, and if you still don't like that shit, that's fine, bro. You don't have to like it, like, that's fine if you still don't like it. But I think a lot of people are gonna like this next project. Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of want to go back to that too, like when you first got signed. So this is kind of like my interpretation of it from an outside perspective. Like you
Yeah.
basically started rapping about 6 months before you really blew up, right? Like it was about a 6 month span.
Yeah, it was about, I would say, 6 to 11 months. Yeah, 6 to 11 months. Yeah.
So like around 2016, and then all of a sudden, like when did you get signed to the label right after Betrayed, or was it even before that?
Well, okay, yeah, when I made Betrayed, I was signed not to a major label. I was signed to a more independent label. But I would end up keeping that same manager. It was just his little own label.
Okay.
And then they would go and sign me after Betrayed blew up to Columbia, which again happened very quick. It was just like boom, boom. I was like sleeping in the hotel. I mean, sleeping in the studio lobbies and shit. I had nowhere to go. And then like next week, I'm living in like a penthouse in like downtown LA. I'm like, bro, what is going on? Like, what? It was so fast.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
it was crazy, man.
I'm not sure if it was you that mentioned it or it might have been Steven Cannon. And like one interview, he said something about like you guys were just like recording in some like studio trap house, and like that
Yeah,
quote just found you guys like
yeah.
immediately.
Oh no, yeah, no, literally. That's a true story. We used to record out of like this real grimy fucking garage in the valley, North Hollywood. It had no air conditioning, right? So we would go in there and make songs, hoping to God that the heat didn't fucking shut down the computer and
Yeah.
just delete set. We almost lost Slingshot to that. We almost lost like a bunch of records to just the heat in that garage. But that we were working, bro. We were in there like just trying. Like that was the culture back then in like LA in 2016 and 17. You had a bunch of just amazing artists coming out of like these fucking holes in the walls, you know, like trap garages out in the valley, or you know, I've seen the biggest artists come from the most like unexpected places like that. And I feel like I was just another one of that, where we were just in the garage one day and some dude rolled up, and a few months later he got assigned to Columbia. It's like, what the heck? It's like you're living in like the Matrix or something.
Yeah. So do you know how like he got invited? Did he just know somebody there, or was he looking for
Yeah, yeah.
artists?
Do you know an artist named Tyler Yahweh?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah, Tyler Yahweh. Yeah, good friend of mine. He had showed up with this third person. Yeah, crazy small world. And then Tyler would go on to blow up later. Oh man, it's just, yeah, that's LA too. It was just such a small circle
Okay.
at that time.
So before you both blew up, you were both making music in that same like super hot studio.
Yeah, we
That's
actually
crazy.
have like a song that never came out from like 2016. Oh man, I'll try to find it one day. But yeah, it's him and me. Yeah.
That's
Shout
crazy.
out Tyler, man.
Okay, so I do want to get back to that point, but So you've talked a couple times about like how you got to meet like Stephen Cannon. Like you were kind of a fan of him before you really started making music. But was it just that like he was playing shows in the area and you liked the artist that he was opening up for? Or did you really find him on SoundCloud and just got tapped in?
Yeah, that's a good question. I really did find him just on not even on my SoundCloud. I was just in a room next to one of my friends who had the aux cable, and he was just playing, shuffling his SoundCloud mix and whatnot. And then I heard Stephen Cannon's song "Zan Man" come on, and I was like, "Oh, what the? I've never heard no shit like that." I didn't even want to be a rapper at this point, but I just was a fan. I was like, "Oh, this is hard." So I started checking out some of his other stuff, and I became like a fucking like obsessive ass crazy fan for these guys, bro. And then I saw that there was the J Stash concert happening. That's a crazy story. Yeah, it was a J Stash concert happening, and Stephen Cannon was opening up for him. And I was like, "Yo," I told my homie, we have to go, bro. Like I liked all the other artists, but I was like, "Yo, we gotta go for Stephen, man." And we waited in line, bro. We looked so stupid. Like we waited in line like 8 hours, even though we didn't have to. We just didn't know how like the LA culture worked,
Okay, yeah.
We were a bunch of nerds back then. And then Steven pulls up. I'm a camera guy at this time, by the way. I'm like, "Yo, Steven, can I take a couple pictures of you, man?" He's like, "Yeah, sure." He's all cool. And I'm like, "Thank you, bro." So yeah, that's how it started. That's how we met. And then I basically stalked them for like the next like 3 months. Yeah. I would just like find where they were doing shows, and Steven didn't like me at first. He was like, "Dude, this guy's crazy." Like just coming to all the shows. He's like, "This guy's like a crazy fan." But he saw the, I guess, dedication, determination, and then let me be their photographer. And that was like my first like foot in the door into like the whole music culture scene right there. And then a lot of people know what happened. The camera got stolen months later. And then I was like, "Whoa, I can't afford another camera. What should I do?" And Steven was like, "Try rapping." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll try rapping." And it was from there, yeah. Just
straight to that studio. So I think you said before your first ever song was called "Hit My Line," right?
Yeah. Well, oh my God. Yeah. And people found it on the internet too.
Yeah. But your first was your first music video "Been Bout It"?
Yeah. My first video, it probably was, oh man. Yeah. It must have been Bout It, because we didn't do a video to Hit My Line.
Yeah. But that's your second song ever has Been Bout It.
It was either that actually or the other one, Who Are You? It was one of those two, yeah.
Yeah. Because I think I seen one time in a pinned comment you said like your girlfriend at the time just recorded "Who Are You," like the video for it in a bathroom or something like that.
The story behind that is so, bro, I was broke living in like that. The background in that video is like my house. It's like there's like just shit everywhere, and it's like a hoarding house. It's horrible, bro. And we had like an iPhone 4, and I was just like, I was a fan of Young Lean at the time, so I liked how he did his videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Yo, let's just make this retarded. I'm like, trust the vision, bro." And it looks so retarded. I sent it off to some editor in Switzerland, and he's the real guy who turned that into what it would become. Because yeah, if it didn't have all those extra special effects, it wouldn't have. Yeah, I don't think it would have done as well.
Yeah. That's cool though that you show love to Young Lean too, because I seen somebody talking about like super influential SoundCloud rappers the other day, and all these kids are like, "Young Lean, why is he on there?" And I'm like, bro, he
Yo, you saw also, I hate the Young Lean slander so fucking much, because I feel like especially these next era kids, they don't understand, maybe the significance of what he did before, and that's okay. I get it. But did you see like them booing booing Young Lean at the Travis concert?
Oh no, I didn't. That's crazy.
Yeah, that got me. I was like, bro, how can you boo this man? Like, you know what I mean? Like, he is, I don't know. I'm a big Young Lean fan, man.
Yeah, and isn't Travis inspired by Young Lean in the first? Like, I think he said that.
And that's why he's opening up. But like, you know what it is though? It's Travis's like fan base. Kind of. I feel like it's they just want to get hyped, turned up. They just want Travis to come out, and Young Lean's doing like Agony, which I fucking love that song. But like, yeah, it's just, you know, just the kids these days, man.
Yeah, we were talking about it a little bit in DMs. Like that's part of the reason why I wanted to get into YouTube is like younger kids that are like 19 now started telling like stories from like SoundCloud days weren't that long ago, but it's like 2018 it kind of ended, and it's just like it just seemed like they have no context of like how stuff kind of started or like who influenced who. It's kind of like, I guess that happens as years move on, but I was like, man, we kind of got to chronicle more of these little intricate details that get forgotten. Like, you know what I mean? Because you've probably seen a million videos about your life before that just miss.
Oh yeah. Exactly. I know what you mean. Yeah, and those videos, like they used to really get to me. A lot of those videos like used to put me in like a dark place mentally, all types of stuff. But thank God, I've grown up. You know, it's something I never thought that I would be able to get over, was just those videos, and they have like tens of millions of views, and I'm like, to me, I'm like, what the fuck I do, bro? Like, I'm just trying to live over here. I'm a normal ass kid. I'm not cocky. I don't think I'm better than anybody else. But then these videos come out and they paint like a whole false narrative picture of who I am.
Yeah.
And of course that's gonna throw someone off the deep end after a while. But this was years ago, by the way. Now it doesn't bother me. It really doesn't bother me. I'm almost 28 now. I understand it. I get it. You know, and it's just part of what I signed up for too. You know, like, did a lot of dumb shit in the past. You know, I wish I can go back and change it, but I was a kid. You know, I was a kid with no real guidance, and yeah, now I grew up. So, you know, yeah, and I don't read comments like I used to. And even if I do read comments, what are they gonna say? Oh, Zan, you fell off. I'm like, dude, if you think that bothers me at this point, like, you stop. You got to come up with some new insults, like,
yeah,
because that's not gonna get to me, bro. It's not, man.
Because like I could only imagine, because like I still got like a pretty small platform, and I remember when somebody like first started making like Reddit threads about me and stuff, and I'm like, whoa, this is crazy. There's like 50 people here shit talking me, right? But you like, it came so fast that you probably had like millions of people shit talking you, and like we talked about a little bit too. I think a lot of it comes down to your name, honestly, and just like kind of what you represented to them. It's like, oh, this guy, he's named after a drug, he's just mumbling, and I'm a talented artist, you know what I mean? I think that's where a lot of it comes from. I don't want to be like, oh, just jealous.
I totally agree on that, and that was a big risk. Like, I was an issue, like when they were like telling me, like, because there was talks in the beginning, like when things started going really well, like, oh, maybe he should change his name, you know, because it is kind of like, you know, if you're going for brand deals and shit, it's horrible.
Yeah.
But we just kept it, and I was very surprised at all the stuff I was allowed to do with that name. And nowadays I feel like people are so like just decentralized to all that, you know, like it's I mean, yeah, I don't know. I feel like Lil Xan back in 2016 was crazy. That was a crazy name, but like now is like not as crazy. I feel like there's some crazier shit happening now.
Meth names and all that, yeah,
right. I see some crazy stuff out there. I'm like, oh man, it makes Lil Xan look like a walk in the park.
Yeah, no, exactly. Oh man, I lost my train of thought. There's something else I was gonna ask you about.
Hey, I do that all the time too, bro. Don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. So you can't. Oh yeah, that's what I was gonna ask you. Okay, so I know that a while ago, I'm not sure if a lot of people really remember this, but you when you first came up, Xanarchy was you, Stephen Cannon, and Zan Frank, right? And
Zan Frank, yeah.
You kind of like gave him that name initially and everything, right?
Yeah, I did.
And like what he kind of told that story about like all of you guys going to meet the record company, and then like they seen like the face tattoo and everything. Like, do you have recollection of that situation where they were just kind of like, oh no, this can't?
Oh wait, he told that story too.
I think you see the Sunny V2 video like that. He kind of
you know, because I'll tell you, bro. Yeah, that's a true story. Oh yeah, that's a fucking true story, dog. The record, bro. Oh my God. We walked into RCA, and I believe, Republic. No, it was either Republic or RCA. And at the time, their biggest artists are like fucking Post Malone, and fucking someone else huge. You know what I
Justin
mean?
Bieber, I think, is signed to
And
them.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and we're going in there. It's me, Steven Cannon, Zan Frank, because at that time, our management was trying to shop us around as like this weird next Migos kind of thing, like a
Yeah.
white boy and then two black rappers. I don't fucking know, but that's how they were shopping us around. Actually,
Wow.
it wasn't just Lil Xan. It was like no, we were like a group. Like I don't know, it was weird.
Mm.
But anyways, yeah, we walk in there and the head of Republic, very nice lady. She's like a Jewish lady, which made it even funnier. And then he walks in, she flips out, bro. She sees Anne Frank, and like, let me tell you, bro, this Anne Frank tattoo is beautifully done. It's not like one of those prison, like, it's like a mosaic. It looks beautiful. She falls in love with this guy instantly. I'm thinking, oh my God, bro, we just got the deal. Like, we just got the deal, bro. The Zan Frank's a secret weapon, bro. Not only is he's black, he's got Zan Frank. Oh, they're gonna love him, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and then Steven didn't have a shirt on for some reason. I was like, bro, what the fuck is going on? I don't know what was going on in that room. But that was that was a real story, bro. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm glad I could tell that one.
I kind of felt like he was playing that up, like with her loving it. I was like, no, there's no way. Like,
no,
that,
she loved it, dude. She loved it.
Yeah. Okay, so
yeah.
So xanarchy, like it's still a group, right? Like it's still around now.
Yeah. You know what I call xanarchy? It's a group. It's definitely a group, but it's more like a philosophy, like a way of life. At this point, like just me, Steven, Kinfolk John. Yeah, there's definitely members. Just like a philosophy. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you did end up like adding people and like over time into it, or
Oh yeah, but it's more like low key, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
But no, but like the two main, yeah, Steven, that's like, he co-founded it with me. That's my brother. Yeah, and Kinfolk John, my DJ. Yeah, those are the two main ones.
Yeah. So I'm like, I know I'm hopping all over the place now, but I do
No,
want
you're good, brother.
I've always wanted to ask, like, because you talked about like a lot of the early on songs that you dropped were all on Bobby Johnson beats, right? Like, how did that connection come together? Because you said he lived in like France or something, and how did he?
Oh, bro, this is so funny. Yeah, I was just having this convo about Bobby Johnson in New Orleans the other day. Someone just asked me that. They're like, how the fuck did you guys get connected? And he's from somewhere out in France, I believe. I still don't know where. He's somewhere out there making some crazy beats. But he had hit me up. He had hit me up actually. And I was familiar with his work. He did 7-Eleven for Beyonce, the Wiz record, OG Bobby Johnson, that was his too. And I wasn't big really at that time, so I was surprised that such a big producer like was sending me beats for free. You know what I mean? Yeah, and then we just, I've never met him. I've never met him in person. He's still this mysterious enigma somewhere out there in Europe, but
no, like,
yeah, I never met him.
We anything?
Bro, I don't know, bro. Honestly, we only talked through email.
Wow.
How cryptic. Yeah, we would just like, he would send me a beat pack and it'd just be like,
it's like, I'm giving you the sauce.
Yeah, and I'm like, yeah, bro. Like, we probably spent like a good 3 years just only talking through the email, through my Yahoo email back then. Oh my God.
Yeah, you still using those beats now, or you kind of like you got like an in-house like producer now?
Yeah, that's the thing. I love Bobby Johnson beats, and I would rap on Bobby Johnson beats probably to the day I die. But I also want to it goes into like the evolving as an artist. I love my old music. I love the old Bobby Johnson era. And there still might be some, secret Bobby Johnson plays in the future. But I want to show people like a more mature side of my music. Like I said, a lot more instruments. I'm kind of like in my like weird hippie stage, man, where I'm just going to make like shoegazi music, all types of stuff. It's good, bro. The new project, and it does have rap. The new project does have rap, but you will be surprised, about all the just other wild stuff.
Have you
kind of like how Yachty went, with all that psychedelic. I love what Yachty did with how he went with his music, man.
Yeah. Have you decided on a name for the project?
Oh yeah. The name it's definitely it's Diego.
Diego.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. We've been going back and forth. I wanted to change it, but then I was like, once you hear the music, it's so personal. I feel like I'll send you a couple after we get off here, so you could get a vibe for it.
Yeah.
It's very yeah. You'll see the difference. It's very personal, so I feel like it has to be Diego. Like whether you love Diego, hate Diego,
Hmm.
yeah, it's Diego.
So it's like, is this like a, because I know at one point way back, like I said, I followed all along. I've been through all the. I
Oh
remember
yeah,
Be Safe. I remember Sorry I Didn't Quit, When September Ends,
yeah, yeah,
Blue Ivy, like
yeah.
all the. Is it like any reminiscence of like, is it Be Safe in any capacity, or is that project just like done now and this is
Mm.
like something new you started working on, or is any of those songs from that project survive?
You know about that's the best question, bro, right there. No other interviewer person would ask that question. And that's why you got to get interviewed by my boy right here, bro.
Yeah.
He knows all the deets. But the Be Safe thing, bro, and the I know what you're talking about. You're the only person like that would know about the what was it? The I'm sorry for the wait one.
Yeah, and some
There
once.
there were actual like damn near completed versions of probably both of those. Be Safe more. There was
Mhm.
more of that. But I forgot what year. That was a fuck. That was probably like 4 or 5 years ago.
Hmm.
There's a couple songs on Be Safe that I could see coming out in the future, and there's a couple songs on the I'm Sorry for the Wait that I can see coming out in the future. But those projects were made in like such a dark time, you know what I mean?
Mm.
Like I was on fucking 30, 60 pills a day, 30 Xanaxes, 30, all these things. So I feel like the music really suffered during that time. And so I ended up making these projects that I just wasn't happy with. You know what I mean? Besides, there's a couple on each that I'm like, oh, these are bangers, obviously,
Hmm.
but not enough to hold up like a whole Be Safe project or
Yeah.
a Sorry for the Wait. So what I did was I low key scrapped it all
Hmm.
and started completely new, which was like the hardest thing to do because now I have no music.
Yeah.
But fast forward, we've got I think there's gonna be 16 songs on it. So
Oh, that's
yeah,
awesome.
it's
Yeah.
a fuck yeah. Yeah, I'm like, damn. When they told me that, I was like, shit, this is a real album, guys.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Because I know you did like a lot of mixtapes and between, because I know
Those
like.
mixtapes, those to me, like those mixtape days, like those are where I hold a lot of heart for. Like those classic mixtapes, those were like the real projects to me, like real projects.
Yeah, Heartbreak Soldier Part 1, I know that was like, at the time I was like, this project's fucking crazy. Like that was like, I think you even said you wanted that to be your first album more so. Like at the time you said you would have rathered.
And
Yeah.
you want to know what happened? Now, you just reminded me of something. I was behind the tapes, like even going all the way back to the Toothache EP, all the early EPs,
Sicko.
Heartbreak Soldiers 1, then
Yeah.
Heartbreak Soldiers Volume 2. Those were put together by me and like my producers and my team. And then once we got signed to Columbia Records,
Hmm.
the project that would come out of there was Total Xanarchy, a complete fucking flop, like in every way.
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me to say that. There's great songs on that project, but overall, a flop. And it's like you wonder why when I was putting all these like tapes together, people were receiving them well. People were liking them, and then right when the label gets involved, they put out Total Xanarchy, and people are like, "Oh, what? This doesn't sound like like the other stuff." And it's like I wonder why it doesn't sound like the other stuff. Well, maybe because I didn't get to choose who got to mix and master my records. I didn't get to choose who produced my records. I didn't get to choose the features. They were
Hmm.
just like, yo, throw YG on, throw 2 Chainz on, throw. And
Those
I'm
are
like,
crazy
hell yeah, that's
features.
dope. I love
Yeah.
these artists, but like, why does it? I'm like, hell yeah, I love the artists that you want to throw on, but like, it doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
it didn't make sense. So it was just a clusterfuck, and I'm not just gonna shoot the blame at everyone else. Obviously, I had a big part of why the album flopped too, but there was a lot of that album was like doomed to crash and burn from like all the forces working against it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because like what was the like that project came out incredibly fast. What was the rush from the label? Like, why was it like that was what a couple months after you dropped Betrayed, and they're like, all right, this is
Yeah,
gonna come
yeah.
out.
They that and when you listen to like the first song, you can just hear like this was not ready to come out. Like this was like, bro, half the mixes on there are like rough, straight rough mixes. And I don't believe it was a Columbia thing, actually. I believe my manager really just wanted it out like quicker, and then just, you know, I don't know how that shit works, but he wanted it out quicker, so they expedited it, you know. But we were like, why quicker, bro? This shit isn't done. Obviously, he was probably trying to make money as soon as he could, you know what I mean? But you know, I cared about the art back then. He cared about the money. That's a recipe for disaster.
Yeah, it's almost funny because you almost had the exact opposite problem of everybody else. Because like the more I look in, it's like people like Smoke Perp and Famous Dex. The label like got a hold of them and they're like, okay, we're not dropping music for like a year, and then they weren't able to drop anything, and that kind of like slowed their momentum.
It is. It's like the opposite, right?
Yeah, they're like, okay, Zan, make
it's like,
a million songs today, and then
yeah. I got screwed the other way. Yeah, and you know, I want to talk about Smoke Perp. Honestly, I I like Smoke Perp, man. I think he's a great artist. I think he is fucking underrated, you know, for sure. I think a lot of people, you know, give him a lot of shit for like the fucking freestyle. That's why I never fucking freestyled. That's why they always used to try to be like, "Yo, Zan, you want to freestyle?" And I'm like, "Fuck no, dog. Fuck no." Like, because I knew something like that would happen. This was before that even happened. But I just hope he's sober. You know what I mean? Because for my last interaction, it was a couple years ago. I was just on my like first getting sober like journey, but he didn't look very well. You know what I mean? And I saw a picture that No Jumper posted about like his weight loss. And this is no diss to Man. If Man is losing weight, that's great. And if he's doing it in a healthy way, that's great. But he didn't look healthy in that picture, man. There's something about that. The pictures, like hands kind of looked, I don't know. I'm not trying to be mean or start beef with anybody. I genuinely want the best for dude because I believe he's so talented. I feel like that's the biggest thing holding him back is if he's still like, you know, on drugs like the way he was. You know?
Yeah, because you were around him like quite a bit in 2020. I remember seeing all those videos of you and Cody and Chris and him, like all those freestyles.
Oh yeah, we were all fucked up back then. Yeah, we were all sauced back then.
Yeah.
They would, Cody and Chris would come through I was never a big lean drinker, but I dabbled in a little bit back then. And yeah, Cody and Chris would come in with just, I never asked where the fuck he got those from, bro. He'd have like 12 and they'd be real too. And then, Perp would come in, Perp would be all like, we'd be lit all the time. I fuck with bro. You know what I mean? We have some good times together. Yeah. But there was just a time where I realized if I keep doing this, I'm gonna fucking die. You know what I mean? And everybody, everybody has to learn that on his own. You know what I mean? Like you could tell Perp anything, but like he has to want to change on his own. And I wish him the best. I wish you the best, Perp. If you hear this, man, I love bro. I think he's talented. I don't want to see any more people die of drugs, though, bro.
No,
fucking horrible, dude.
Crazy. Yeah. Okay. So. Because I don't want to delve, like, obviously you live in LA, so that comes with the territory. Because I seen, obviously this was years ago, so you're probably over it by now, but he started to date Noah Cyrus, like, later on. Was there any...
Oh, yeah. They did, they did it briefly. Briefly after. Man, the whole Noah situation is a funny situation that doesn't involve just one person. It involves, like, Smoke Perp, fucking... my homie, it's crazy. Yeah. Let's just, shout out to Noah, man. I haven't talked to her in a long time, but yeah, I didn't take offense to that at all. No.
Yeah.
Because I understand, kind of like it's Hollywood, it's LA. It was shocking because it was like the last two people I thought would end up together.
Yeah.
But it's Hollywood, and I'm part of that fucking stupid little circle. So
Yeah.
Yeah, what did I expect?
And so you guys are like you guys are good because I know at one point like her and Tana were like sending shots at you on Instagram and stuff.
Oh yeah. Tana, I love Tana to death. She's yeah. Me and Tana are like such good friends. Like she she knows how to work her audience and to work her business very well.
Hmm.
And that's all that is. You know, she just knows how to work it really well. But we
Yeah.
got mad love for Tana. Mad love for Tana.
No, that's awesome though. So I know at the time you've kind of gone back and forth a little bit on this. You said that that was, and I do want to really delve into like, so on the it was the management that was more so trying to control your career than like the actual label. Like they were the
Yeah,
ones making the decisions. Were they the ones
yeah.
who set up that
Y-
relationship?
what was that last part?
Because you said that like the label or something like made a fake relationship between you and Noah Cyrus. Is that true or?
No. I don't think that's true. I don't think that's true.
Hmm.
I mean, maybe there was some outside things I wasn't aware of, but no, it seemed like a genuine, real relationship. I think where people get that idea from is that we were both signed to Columbia at the
Yeah.
time, so they probably just thought like, oh, pushing them together, both on the same label.
Hmm.
But no, yeah, it was a real relationship. Yeah,
Okay.
definitely.
And with like obviously Stat is like like if he's the main guy, I don't know, like he's a little bit older. What do you feel like? Because I feel like they always kind of were trying to put you closer to like a Little Pump with your musical style, rather than I think you wanted to be more like along with like Lean and Peep and stuff. Did you kind of feel that too?
You know, the thing I'll say about like Stat and all that, and like the management, or just overall management, I honestly never felt that there was sway to where they wanted my music. I actually feel like they 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 uh they did let me, I feel like, do for the most part what I wanted to do. Sometimes. Funny enough, though, Lil Pump is actually on the Betrayed remix,
Yeah.
but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what happened. We just couldn't clear it or something. Like I have it too, bro. I'm like, might just leak it to like SoundCloud one day. He had a good verse on it, so I'm like,
I think I heard it. You shared it on
um,
like Fortnite or something at one point. Like there's a little
yeah,
snippet. Yeah.
We gotta just put that bitch out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Somehow.
killed it.
Hmm.
Yeah, maybe in a little sense, you know, because I was Lil Xan, Lil Pump, Lil, you know, they're just trying to Eminem diss both of us at the same sentence. So maybe there was something there, but I felt a lot of lenience with where I was able to take my music. Yeah,
Yeah.
so that was the good thing out of it. They let me kind of make what I wanted, you know. It was just some of the other decisions that were kind of
Yeah.
whack.
How do you feel about that at the time? Like when Eminem dissed you, were you just like, "Yo, I made it"? Did you care? Were you just like,
Yeah, I was not. I was so happy. I wasn't even mad. Yeah, I was. I remember Lil Pump had DM'd me right after and was like, "Damn, bro, I guess we copied Lil Wayne." And I'm like, "Yep." I'm like, "Yeah, I guess we did, bro." We were happy. It was, yeah, like,
it's a
come
stupid
on, that's like the
criticism,
best.
honestly. Yeah, like,
Yeah. It's like the line was it Lil Wayne and imitate Little Pump, Lil Xan imitate Lil Wayne. I should take a shot at everybody in the game. It's like, yeah, all right,
yeah, he probably like somebody at the label's like, he's like, find me two new rappers, and then just like seeing you, and they're like, all
yeah,
right,
exactly, right. Find me just two hated rappers right now. A Lil Pump, Lil Xan, let's go.
yeah. So you went from being dissed by Eminem to then later on you worked with a very lyrical rapper with Lucas Gone there in 2020. How did
Yeah,
that is crazy? How did that come together? Like that?
that you know, during that time, that was during the I remember clearly that was during the pandemic for sure.
Hmm,
So everything was kind of weird during that time. I just remember.
hmm.
Uh, I linked someone linked me with him through a mutual friend, and he just had this like, you know, stupid, silly, fun idea because,
Hmm.
you know, it paid me a lot of money. I was on
Okay.
drugs back then too. Honestly, I probably wouldn't have done it. I wouldn't have done it if I wasn't on drugs.
Yeah. So it was just like, oh, okay. So it was just kind of an opportunity like that. Was it the same with Rari? Remember him?
Oh, right. Yeah, no, right. You know, we made that was during that same like kind of era.
Hmm.
But no, me and Rari made like a real song. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know him. Yeah.
Okay. And like, how are you kind of feeling about features nowadays? Because I feel like there was a time you were very like feature heavy, and then at a certain point you kind of started to
Yeah.
break away.
That's a good question. Because I was just thinking about that last night. I was like, I wonder if people are gonna trip or not, because this project has, let me think, Stephen Cannon, Lil Tracy's on it,
That's cool. Yeah.
and Lil Lotus is on it, and
Hmm.
then everything else is more. I originally I was just gonna have all just no features, because I felt, again, going into that like personal vibe, just wanted it to be me.
Hmm.
But there was just some undeniably good songs we had to throw on there, and I love Tracy. Tracy's such a good guy.
Yeah.
Lotus too, and Steven, my brother. So it just feels right. It's like friends. Just a couple friends threw them on there.
How did you meet?
Yeah, feels good.
How did you meet the? You know all the boyfriends? Like
All the
in,
boyfriends.
yeah, like Lotus, Aaron,
Oh
Smart Death,
yeah, yeah,
Salem,
yeah.
yeah.
Who was the third one?
Smart Death. You know him?
I don't know him. Yeah, that's what I thought. I thought it was him. I don't think I've ever talked to him, but I know Aaron. Yeah, and the other one was Lotus, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I know Lil Aaron and Lotus. Yeah, they're cool as hell dudes.
Yeah. You just meet them through like. Were you ever at those mini mansion parties with Lil Aaron and Adam 22?
Oh, bro, it's funny if you look up what's the song that Lil Aaron, the big song, was it Drugs?
Yeah.
All she need, yeah, Drugs. I'm in that video for like a split second
Oh
in
yeah.
that Lil Aaron video, the Drugs video.
That was
Yeah,
at the mini
and that
mansion.
was like, yeah, that was at the mini mansion. Bro, that's when I think I was still like a photographer too, bro. Like, so it's a deep cameo.
Oh, that's crazy. Okay, so like,
Yeah.
were you around Adam too before you were even a rapper? Like, No Jumper.
I was around Adam, yeah, when I was a camera guy, but he didn't fucking give me like the light of day at that point. But
Yeah.
then once I started to have little meme-worthy news clips for them, that's when we met. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's when we ended up meeting.
Yeah, because there's like a old picture of you guys like at a show, and then he said like later on
Yeah,
like I knew Lil Xan for years or
yeah,
something like that. Yeah.
yeah. He at that moment right there, he thought I was just like a fan. Yeah, yeah,
Oh, okay, yeah. So, and like,
yeah. So random.
were you just like pull up at No Jumper, like just at the store or whatever? Because I know he said
I,
some.
I did that. I did that one time, and I like knocked on the back door. He got so fucking pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got so mad, and I was like, "Oh hell no, I can't do that again."
Hmm.
But we made up. Yeah, then yeah, we made up after, and we're cool now. We're
You
cool.
guys are cool
I don't
now.
want like, yeah, we're cool now after that last interview. I don't want beef with nobody, man. Like that was my whole image back then, and now I'm almost 28. I don't want no fucking beef, man. I just want to smoke weed, make good music, and just help people. That's all I want to do now. Really.
Yeah. Okay, I want to delve into one more because there's two recent ones that I want to talk about. You put a
Mm-hmm.
story out about like Icy Twat. Is that his name? Icy Twat at one point, and you said like, "Who's this old ass man?" or whatever. Do you remember that?
Yeah, bro. I regret doing that, bro. I totally regret doing that. I had been drinking a
Yeah,
little bit at that time. I don't have a problem with alcohol at all. I just
I feel
was
you. Yeah,
drinking during that
you
time.
get drunk, you say something you don't mean.
Oh, yeah, I know. I feel it sucks. I feel like I have to explain everything.
Yeah,
Yeah. I regret it. I see Twat. He's a legend, bro. My bad. I was just a little drunk, dog. That's something I think about all the time. I'm like, God damn, bro. Like,
yeah, my bad.
never just and yeah, you know what I mean, bro. I'm done doing any of that. Like, I was so pissed at myself after that. I was like, bro, all right. Like
Yeah.
we're not doing shots of tequila like that no more.
Nah, take the phone away when you're when you're drinking. Yeah.
Yeah. Take it away. Yeah. I
Okay.
barely even drink nowadays. This was like a year ago too.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry,
then,
icy twat.
and then I want to say his name right. Is it Chris Miles or whatever? Are you guys cool now? That's like
Oh, Chris,
yeah.
oh, Chris, I love Chris, bro. I got so much love for Chris Miles, dog. I haven't talked to Chris in probably like a year.
Hmm.
Chris, you should hit me up, bro. Yeah, I think me and Chris Miles have like the fucking funniest relationship like ever. It's always like in the media. If you just look at it through like the media or that lens, you just see us like fighting through paparazzi videos,
Yeah.
fighting through Instagram, like,
Mhm.
and it's low. It's like out of a movie. It's like that. It's like comedy gold. Like when you see me leaving with, oh man, bro, it's funny, bro. I can't even be mad because it's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
That's why I can't be mad. And honestly, and Chris, I think Chris is like one of the most talented like singer artists, up and coming artists. I think he's really underrated. And yeah,
You
if you
guys,
see this Chris Miles, give me a call, buddy.
because you guys made like a fucking awesome project together, like that whole
Thank
collab
you,
tape.
bro.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cause like bro, I love that. That means a lot, bro, that you said that. Like I love that project so much too. And I would love to make, on a serious note, I would love to keep making more music with him.
Yeah, I was like, I think you're like, at one point you're like, we got a whole ass project together and we're fighting. What's going on? Like, we gotta drop this shit. Yeah, yeah,
Cause like we had just finished the whole fucking project and then just started beefing.
Yeah.
Typical like Studio City drama, just drama in the hills, man.
Yeah. Good publicity though, honestly. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. It's funny because it's like we're not even thinking publicity, but it
Yeah.
is. It is good publicity.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So you got three new you got three features on the album. You said it's about 16 songs. It's a little bit of rap. It's a little bit like more
A little
like
bit. You know what? What was I picked a name. There's so many genres now. I'll call it like indie shoegaze, kind of grungy hip hop with like indie. I'm gonna send you some stuff after, and then you tell me what you think the genre is. You know, actually, it does. You know, no, I'm not gonna say it now. You go.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say like it almost is like it's a little bit like rock, like indie rock. And I remember at one point you saying like I'm gonna quit rap and I'm gonna be a rock artist. I was like, this motherfucker better not change genres. And now you kind of like have transitioned. I'm like, actually, it's pretty good. Like at the time I was like, I'm not gonna listen to a rock artist.
Yeah, and I didn't go like full rock. Yeah, so there's some songs on this that are gonna be very reminiscent of like old Xan, but not as ignorant, just a more mature kind of. There's some bangers on there that are just straight rap too. There's a couple on there.
Yeah.
But yeah. I'm gonna send you a few records. Yeah, I think you'll like some.
Oh yeah, for sure. That's gonna be awesome. But okay, and then like I'll ask like, oh man, there's like a million questions I could ask at this point, but I'll ask like a couple more and then I'll let you go. So like obviously you've been watching me for a little bit about all the stuff going on with Jumix and everything. Like, what was that relationship like? Like, were you guys ever like close friends like that, or?
No. We were never close friends, man. I regret that I have a song with him, bro.
Yeah.
I regret that so bad. But he like, hey, to my defense, he wasn't acting like that kind of, at least back then to me. You know what I mean? So I didn't think he was like that. I mean, I showed you the stuff, right? He wants to box me.
Yeah, he wants to box you for like.
Bro, I didn't even reply to it because it's like, bro, what? You really think I would box? Like, bro, that would help you out. Me look so bad. Like, bro, why would I do that?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Like, oh man, it's funny because like his persona, it's like I guess it's like similar. Like you guys aren't that far apart in age, but it's like he's almost going through what you were going through when you were like 21, but he's like 25 going through that whole like arc of it, but he's taking it way too far. Like
he's a late bloomer with all that stuff. Yeah, you know, you're supposed to grow up, man. You're not supposed to go backwards. But no, I saw all the videos y'all were posting were like I was dying laughing because I'll be out like on tour or doing shows and I'm just like, bro, I'm like, thank God I'm not the only fucking dude that's getting harassed by this guy.
That's probably like, it probably was kind of my fault, honestly, because it was like, I know he started going at you, he started going at Lotus, he started calling out Shimigami and like all this like crazy stuff, and I'm like, oh man.
Yeah, no, it's all, bro. On my like scale of like beef, like that's just shit that I laugh. I wake up and you just laugh at it, you know?
Yeah, what I mean? Exactly.
Can't even take it serious.
That's what I thought it was too. I'm like, this guy's just fighting with me for like.
Well, you got it worse actually, because he was screaming at you, bro. Yeah. Like if he was screaming at me in my no, bro, No.
Yeah, no, actually.
That's crazy.
That actually wasn't me. That was actually he had a fan from back in the day who basically like kind of fell out with him.
Oh.
And he had his phone number, his home address, and everything. This is crazy. And he's like, Zane, I'm gonna
shit.
dox you if you like. Man, the guy's got a bad habit of doxing people.
Yeah, well, yeah, he shouldn't even be screaming like that, bro.
No, yeah.
Dude needs a little help, man.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, cause I thought it was, I kind of thought he was playing a character, like some 6ix9ine stuff. Like, I'm like, oh, he's calling me out. And then like he hits me up and he's like, I'm gonna bring you to court. I'm like, yo, whoa, I didn't think it was.
It's like, bro, you can't. What is he? He has no basis, man. I don't know, man. I feel bad for bro, and I hope he gets the help he needs.
Yeah, no, I feel you. Yeah, it's not. People take everything so seriously online, but it's like a lot of times, it's like you said, I get up and I'm like, oh, somebody's dissing me today. I guess we're.
Yeah, no, the crutches shit. Oh, man, that was funny as fuck, bro. Like, yeah, that's how you gotta. That's how you defeat them, bro. You just gotta make people laugh.
Play into it, yeah. No, yeah. I mean, I know you tried to do that too with like the whole fucking shit. That Cheeto shit must have got so annoying over time. Like,
I remember. Oh my god, bro. It felt like that. Maybe it's just because it was me and it was happening to me, but it felt like the biggest shit in the world. Like at that moment, like I couldn't walk anywhere without TMZ bringing me like a bag of hot Cheetos while I was leaving like my hotel or fucking. I was in Germany one time and I was skateboarding like just in a local German town. Never been there. There's a big sign that says the Little Xan special, and it's like a hot Cheeto fucking. I'm like, dude, I'm in Germany, bro. I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Yeah. And even to this day, bro, if I walk out of this house right now for 20 minutes down that way, someone's gonna ask me something about either Cheetos or Skittles. Yeah, one of those two. It's love though. I love it, man.
Yeah, I mean, like, you were one of those rappers that I don't even think it was intentional. Everything you did would just go viral. Like,
it was like people nowadays would pay millions for that type of PR. You know what I mean? But like I was just, my dumbass was just literally giving myself $1 million PR for free. Like, you know,
it's so crazy. Funny, like you take a picture with like your face, and then that becomes a meme. You jump out of a closet.
That becomes that one was that one was really, they were reaching the squish face one. Oh, and then the squish face, I was like, they were making fucking like mosaic pictures of it. I'm like. They were like treating it like it was like the second coming of like, I'm like, bro, y'all gotta stop, man.
Well, that's crazy to think. Like, imagine like someday, like 1,000 years from now, or like someday the aliens come down, like Earth is gone, and they just like find like that fucking picture, and they think like this is human civilization. You imagine?
Yeah.
No,
they'll rush back to the whip. They'll get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. No, okay, for sure. All right, well, it's been good talking to you for sure. Is there any?
So good.
I know we talked about the album. Anything else like you kind of want to advertise? Anything coming up? Hopefully some music videos coming with the album too.
Yeah, actually, I you know what? The album comes out next month. Yeah,
next month.
The album comes out. We don't know what day yet, but I can confirm here that the album will be out in the month of August. No more fucking, oh, it's gonna come out. Nope, it is coming out August of 2024.
We gotta hold you to it because like I seen the Steve-O one and you're like it's coming out September and then it didn't come. I was like,
yeah,
no.
You gotta hold me to it.
yeah. Okay.
Hey, I'll even send you the artwork, motherfucker. Okay, so you'll know that this is a project. This is done.
Awesome.
He'll let you know. He'll let you know.
Yeah, for sure. All right, appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
All right.